You better come up here. Are you ready for some adventure? Okay. Well, we've got something new for you today. You're really going to like it. And it's we're going to learn the Purusha Sukta together. Do any of you know it yet? Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrabhat Sabhuming Vishwato Vripat Atyatishtat Shangulam. And Pre-Kishori's, thank you. Pre-Kishori's an expert at this. She's going to walk us through it. I think you need to increase the size a little bit. It's possible. This is beta because we just scanned it out of the book, but we're going to have a more. We're going to have a version that we'll be able to project later on, that will be easier to read. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Lakshmi Shringadev, if you so desire, please empower us to learn the Purusha Sukta together. First, let me tell you what it is. You want to know what it is? Yes. It's from the Rig Veda. Rig Veda is the oldest book in the world. And this Purusha Sukta, what does Purusha mean? Huh? It means person. And the original person is? Okay, that's for 10 points. The original person is? Okay. And in the very beginning of creation, before there's anything manifest in the material world, who exists? Only 2 people got 10 points on that. Who exists before anything else exists? Okay, 10 points for all my friends. And so this recounts how the original Purusha, Krishna, expanded himself into the Virat, the form of the material world. And just as each one of you, point to yourself. Where's yourself? And what are you pointing to in the Atma? Okay. And so just as there's an Atma within this body, there's an Atma within this universe, and that's Brahma. His body is the big Virat. And there are sages who manifest from beyond the material creation, because before the creation, the sages aren't manifest yet. But there are devas who come from the transcendental realm and who enact the process that is described here in the Purusha Sukta for manifesting the world. So all the ingredients are taken from the Virat, and they're in this description, sages are performing yajna. Who knows a verse from the Bhagavad Gita that says, where Krishna says that when you perform yajna, then you'll attain peace in your life. And if you know that whatever you're doing, it should be offered to Krishna. And that Krishna is your best friend. Bhoktaram yagatapasam. Gyatva shantam richati. So the sages performed yajna, and they took all the ingredients from Virat, because he was the only thing that's there. And that's describing this original creation that takes place. It's emanating, all the different aspects of the world emanate from the body of the Lord. Through yajna, through the process of yajna. So the short version is that you'll attain everything that's necessary in your lives through yajna. And We're going to go through this a little bit at a time. It's not very long. It's the same length as the Sri Upanishad. And we'll do a preliminary study of it today, just to see how it sounds. And Prikashori will explain what those little marks are up there too. And then you'll see how it all fits in. And I make a prediction that after we do this a few times, that all of you will remember it. Okay? Are you ready? Yes. Okay, Prikashori, tell us how to chant the Purush Sukta.
I just want to encouragingly echo what Vaisesika Prabhu said, that despite it looking a little maybe difficult to follow initially, once you understand it, you'll definitely remember it, because it's so rhythmic and it's so fulfilling to recite. So first, there's two parts of diacritics. You have the normal diacritics, which include the long A's. Like if you look at the second word, shir shah, you have all those normal pronunciations that you see in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So as a first step, even if you can't get the second part of the diacritics, try to maintain the Sanskrit pronunciation. So that's the first step. Now you have three types of inclinations and declinations. So inclination, think incline, or going up with your voice. Declination means you're going down with your voice. And then there's a special type of inclination, which is sort of a double incline. So just three. Let's do an example of the first word. Sahasra. So you're not saying sahasra. You're going first down, sahasra, and then you're going up.
Sahasra.
Yeah. So exactly like how Prabhu did it. So it might be slightly difficult at first because you're not used to speaking like that. But if you carefully pay attention, it'll naturally come from your voice, not such a logical process. And I think Prabhu also has a recording that maybe he can share out later, so you can keep hearing it after we learn it.
Later, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you do it like word by word, or how should
You just do a sample. Do the first. Let's start off with the first three verses, okay, just so everyone can get an example, and then we'll go back over and do the first three verses. Okay, so first. Let's see what note you start on usually. Sa. Sahasrashija. Give us sa. Try middle C. That's D. That's too low. What do you suggest? Or is that on a slider? Okay. Do you have a suggestion? What? What was good? The C or the D? No, don't move around. Just a drone. Just hold it. That's C sharp. Sa. Everyone say sa. You guys are fantastic. All right, that's all we have to do for tonight. Yes? We're going to just try 3 verses. I don't want to do too much because you're going to like this so much. It's going to drive you crazy. And you're going to be walking around school singing this and everywhere you go. And I'll just tell you why we're doing this. Should I tell you why we're doing it? Vaisesika, why are we doing this? Well, back in 1975, I was talking to Kula Pradeep Prabhu today, and we did a yajna together. And we were talking about the Purush Sukta, and he has a deep appreciation for it and has learned it himself. And I mentioned how in 1975 in Chicago, Prabhupada came to do an installation of multiple sets of Gaura deities. And who knows the history of ISKCON? 1975, multiple deities in one temple, multiple deities of Gaura. Where do you think they were going? That's for 20 points. If you don't know, you're going to have to buy the new game that just came out from Rajamohan. He made a game that you play. It's a board game. Have you seen it? What's it called? Every Town and Village. Then you learn the history of ISKCON by playing the game. It's like Monopoly, only for the Hare Krishna movement. What was happening in 1975, where Prabhupada would have installed 3 or 4 sets of Gaur-Nitai deities? Yes? For 20 points.
She says Mayapur.
Mayapur is not the answer. I'll give you a clue. 2 letters. R-D. R-D. What? Are you asking a question or giving an answer? Are you hedging your bets or what? You are correct. 20 points. Both of you got 20 points. For Radha Damodar. And he also initiated hundreds of devotees at that time because the Radha Damodar party was making so many devotees. They all came there to get initiated by Prabhupada. And then he installed at least 3 sets of big Gaur-Nitai deities that went on the buses and traveled everywhere with the devotees. And at that, this is really historical, but one of the founders of ISKCON of Silicon Valley is Rohini Kumar Prabhu. Rohini Kumar Prabhu brought these deities up from Los Angeles. And back in 1975, he was one of the ones who was teaching devotees how to chant verses and things like that. He's a genius, really smart devotee. And so he introduced the Purusha Sukta chanting at the yajna that we had there, along with the chanting of Brahma Samhita. It wasn't the first time for Brahma Samhita, but it was the first time most people had ever heard of Purusha Sukta. And afterwards, Prabhupada said, this was very nice. Please institute this. Do it during the yajnas. Does that tell you why we're doing it? Say yes. Yes. So here's my vision. Let's say we're having a Abhishek. Next time, when do you think is the next time we're going to have an Abhishek? For 50 points. Everyone just scored. 50 points for everybody. What if, it may be too soon for us to be able to do it then, but what if for one of the yajna ceremonies, Abhishek, then we can all sit together and we'll have a chorus of the Purusha Sukta. What is your opinion? Give her the mic. I want to get your personal opinion. Tell us what you think. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10, it's the best idea I've ever heard, and 1, you're so disgusted with the idea you'd like to leave right now. You can coach her.
10.
10! Okay, it's a good idea. So that's what we're going to try, okay? All right, Priya Kishori, lead us. Let's have a drone. First, you sing it. Do the first 3 verses, okay? Let's just hear how she does it.
Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhumim Vishvato Vritva Atyatishtaddhashangulam Purusha Evedagum Sarvam Yadbhutam Yaccha Bhavyam Utamritatvasyeşanah Yadannenatirohati Etavanasya Mahima Atojayagmischa Purushah Padosya Vishvabhutani Tripadasyamritam Divi.
Okay. Kulip Pradeep Prabhu, do you want to chant it one time? Hear how you've cultivated it? Give him the mic. Give him a mic. And yeah, that way we hear a couple of renditions of it.
Okay. Om Sahasra Shirasha Purushaha सहस्राक्षसहस्रपाधे सबूमिं विश्वतो भृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठदशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एवेदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यं. Sorry, I should go a little slower. Utamritatvasyeshanah yat anena tirohati etevan asya mahima atto jayakscha purushaha pado osya vishvabhutani tripad asyamritam divi.
How does it strike you so far? Kunji, give us your impressions of the whole, whatever that we've just introduced here. How are you feeling about it so far?
So far, I feel like I want to do all of the verses today.
You got a room full of overachievers. Okay. Why don't we just try the first line? You sing out a portion of it. Do as you wish. Do whatever you like, and just indicate how we should follow behind you. Okay? Is everybody ready to follow? Yes. Priya Kishori? Yes. Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I'll just, do you see where the dashed line is? So we'll do one of those sections at a time.
Start with Hari Om, because that's
Okay.
really nice.
And then we'll just go through it. Okay. Harihi Om.
Hari Om.
Sahasra Shirisha Purushaha
Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha
Sahasrakshas Sahasrapat
Sahasraksha Sahasrapate
Sabhumim Vishvato Vritva
Sabhumim Vishvato Vritva
Atyatishthadashangulam
Atyatishthadashangulam
Purusha evedagam sarvam
Purusha evedam sarvam
Yadbhutam yaccha bhavyam
Yadbhutam yachta bhavyam
Utamritatvasyeşanaha
Utamritatvedishanaha
Yadannenatirohati
Yadanenatirohati
Etavan asya mahima
Etavanasya mahima
Ato jayagmischa purushaha
Ato jayamishta purushaha
Padosya vishvabhutani
Padosya vishvabhutani
Tripad asyamritam divi
Vipadasyaamritam divi. Thank you very much, Priya Kishori. That's our introduction to Purush Sukta. We'll be providing PDF and recordings so that you can listen to it at home, and then we can gradually increase our scope as we go through it in subsequent weeks. Any reflections? Yes.
Not a reflection, but a question.
A question, yes.
So, is it like the Kunti players were doing it?
In what sense is it like the Kunti prayers?
No. Are we doing it like slokas in group like the Kunti players?
This is a more experimental because I wanted to see, as we do it, how you naturally remember it. One of the ways that it's easier to remember is because the meter is so tight, And there's also a way in which when there's intonations going up and down, although, as Prikashori said in the beginning, it seems more complicated, it's actually easier to remember. So in one sense, it's like the process of memorization of Queen Kunti. We will memorize them, but we don't have a deadline right now. We're just starting.
I was just asking about the memorization.
Yeah. Memorize everything. Just take it for granted. Okay, anybody else? Questions, comments, reflections, complaints?
I have a question.
Yes.
So, next to all the lyrics, what is
Hold that right in front of you so everyone can hear what you're saying.
next to all the lyrics, it says like somebody wrote
S-P-E-T-T?
that. Yeah, what's that?
Sorry, that's mine. Those are mnemonics for me to remember the sequence. So when I memorized, there's, how many verses are in this altogether? Can you tell from the mnemonic? Yeah. So those are, I do 5, 5, 5, groups of 5. I make a mnemonic of each first letter, because that way it helps me to memorize the order of the verses.
And what are the V's on top of each of the letters?
Which ones?
Like all the V's.
You mean in the text?
Yeah.
They tell you the intonation.
Okay.
For instance, see in Sahasra, the first word?
Yeah.
Sahasra, Shirsha, Puroshaha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrapate, Sabuming. You see how it points up in Booming?
Yeah.
Vishvato Vritva Atyatishta Dashangulam. So it tells you whether with your voice you should give it an upward intonation or a downward. And the double ones, you see the double ones like on the verse number 2? Don't worry, kids, we're going to sing soon.
Does it
Hang
show
in there.
like
Watch. You see Purusha Eve Dangung Sarvam. Do that.
It's like extending the letter in the end.
Exactly. So do that one. Purusha Eve Dangung
Purusha.
Sarvam.
Purusha Evedam
And then do Sarvam.
Sarvam
Very good. Sarvam.
Sarvam.
See, she's got it already. Okay, one more question, and then we're going to sing and sing and sing and sing. We'll sing until the moon goes around the earth 2 times. We're going to be here a while. Go ahead.
I thought it was gonna be very long, but it was the 3 stanzas were actually kind of.
So does that make you happy? Okay, who else? Yes? Comments, questions, complaints?
I have a question.
Yes.
Why don't we say the verse? Say the line between the verses.
Why is there a line between the verses?
The.
You mean after Sarvam and then there's a line?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah. Why don't we
Slash.
say it?
well, because we're translating this from it's transliterated from Devanagari, and it shows you where the divisions are in the verse. It's rhythmic, and it goes in there are certain sections, so it just shows you that's the first section. Okay? All right. Prushukta. Are you into it still? Okay, very good. Namo Namo Tulsi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Abhilashi Namo Namo Tulsi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo. You got it. Number 2.
ये तुम्हारा शरण लोय तारो वंश पूर्ण होय
Jeto Marashana Lord Tarabancha Purna Hoy.
कृपा कोरी कोरो तारे वृंदावन वासी नमो नमो तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमो
Moraya Vilas, Vilas Kunjadiyo
No, Kunji. Amara. at the very end, we'll take a few realizations. Sharing means caring. Okay, Kunji. What's your life look like? What are you realizing?
I like to do all the slokas we do at temple every time.
Every time?
Like the Prahlad prayers,
Yeah.
then the Kunti prayers, then the Mangalacharan, all of those verses.
Can
Even
you
the selected verses from the Bhagavatam.
can you describe what it feels like to do them? Why you like to do those? What is your feeling that you get from it?
I don't know, it's just I get the energy from it.
You feel energy, like a spiritual energy. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Okay. What's going on in your lives? How are you feeling? What do you like? What do you dislike?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I was just thinking when we were doing the Purusha Shukta prayers, it sounds very beautiful, no doubt. But I was just waiting for, Krishna Jinka or something that is going to be more connected with Krishna. Not that Purusha Shukta is not connected. I was just remembering standing straight in Vaikuntha and offering flowers to Vishnu. And then, the other songs that we talk about, glorifying Krishna in Vrindavan, his relationship with, Mother Yashoda or the gopis or, I was just telling Kameshwari that I like it, but I'm waiting for our songs. Is that thinking right? Or is that not okay?
Well, Kula Pradeep Prabhu and I were talking today about where the Purusha Shukta comes into the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Do you know where it enters in? Does anybody? Yeah. Mukaravind?
In the Mahaprakash Leela, when they start bathing the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, starts with
During the Mahaprakash. When Mahaprabhu comes to Srivas Pandit's house and he says, let me in, I am he, and Srivas opens his door and then Mahaprabhu comes down and he sits down on the altar. And then bring all the paraphernalia for bathing. And they're doing the Abhishek there. Then he says, sing that bathing song. And then Vrindavan Das Thakur says that actually, he said the Vaishnavas, they generally don't sing all these things. He said, but they know all these mantras. Sukeshwari, did you hear me? There's a Kumbh Mela brouhaha going on over there. He says, Mahaprabhu called for it. He said, sing that bathing song. It's a Purusha Shukta. And then he says, the Vaishnavas, they know all these songs. It's not their fascination specifically to chant Vaikuntha prayers and things like that. He said, but they know all these. And Prabhupada liked it. When we chanted it, it added something. So it's not outside that taste enters in a way that as you're bringing it out, it juxtaposes the other mood also. But it's not foreign to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. And you'll find such prayers and Krishna Leela also when there are occasions for it. And by contrast also, it becomes very beautiful. But Srivas Thakur knew them. And Vrindavan Das Thakur said, yeah, the devotees know all these prayers. Priya Kishori knows them. Right? Okay, a couple more revelations from your lives. What's been happening? Yes, Arman means our man.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
I just wanted to say on behalf of the whole ISV community that we're so glad you're back home with us at ISV, Silicon Valley. You actually remind me of a verse.
Did we have more babies recently or something? I mean, while I was gone for a month, I mean, you know. All right, go ahead.
So what I was saying, I just wanted to say thank you for all that you've done for us. You actually remind me of a verse from Canto 11 in the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 3, verse 21. Tasmat kurum prapadyeta jignasya shreya uttamam sabde parecha nishnatam brahman yupa samashrayam. Basically, what that verse is talking about is that to achieve happiness, we have to find a bona fide spiritual master who can guide us. But what are the qualifications for a bona fide spiritual master? The qualifications that they should like realize the conclusions of the scriptures, and they should share those conclusions of the scriptures to other people around the world. I feel that I really see that in you because, first of all, you love Shastra and you love memorizing verses and doing Shastra, and then you love book distributing even more, preaching that knowledge that you learn and that you take in, and you preach it, tell it to other people so that more souls can go back to Krishna and go back to Godhead. And you have a relationship with every single person in this room, and it's just so heartwarming to hear that you're back.
Hare
So.
Krishna. Okay, one more. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna Maharaji.
Hare Krishna.
In the Devanagari Lipi, the way Krishna's name written is like Krishna. So whenever in my childhood, like when I used to read stories, I pronounced it like Krishna. And now while chanting, I have a dilemma in my mind, like whether I should say Hare Krishna or Hare Krishna. So I wanted to ask you.
What region of India are you from?
Maharashtra, Marathi.
Yeah, different places, devotees pronounce it slightly differently. And in Shastra, it's mentioned also, Chaitanya Charitamrita, in fact, that various pronunciations, there are slight variations according to culture, but Krishna understands that you're calling his name, so it'll be okay.
All right.
So either way that you feel comfortable, it's okay. It's not a technicality that makes it a void, because it's a very personal expression when you're calling Krishna's name.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, now I have a question for you. It takes concentration, though. Can you concentrate for a minute? It takes some mystic power. What bhajan do I have in my mind? Oh, God. Krishna jinka naam hai, Gokula jinka naam hai. Oh! Krishna jinka naam hai, Gokula jinka naam hai. Get ready now. I say Shri Bhagavan ko mere barambar pranam hai. Yashoda jinta maiya hai, Nanda jiva maiya hai. I say Shri Gopala ko mere barambar pranam hai. Radha Jaya hai, Adhuta Jinaka Maya hai. I say Shri Khyana Shyama ko mere barambar pranam hai. Chayo Adunaka Upadesha Sunayo Aiste Dina Nata Ko Mere Param Harapunam Hey Bhajare Hey Radha Govinda Gopala Hare Bhajare Hey Radha Govinda Gopala Hare Radhe Govinda Radhe Gopala Radha Madan Mohan Radha Bhakti Hari Radha Damodara Radha Giridhari Radha Gokulananda Nata Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Kishore Gopinath Little help. That's it. Go, go, go. Sing it. Radha Parthasarthi, go. Radha Ramana. Yeah, Radha Rashmi Hari, Radha Shamba Sundar, Radha Vrindavan Chandra,
Rukmani Dwarkadesh
Rukmini Dwarkari, yeah, Kishore Kishore, hey, Radha Govinda, Radha Bhagavad. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Now try to figure out what I'm thinking. This is for 200 points. What bhajan do I have in my mind? Huh? No points for anybody. Narad Muni Bhajai Bina Radhika Ramana Nama Mani Udita Hoy Bhakata Gita Same Narad Muni Bhajai Bina Radhika Ramana Put the translation. When the great soul, Narada Muni, plays the stringed veena, the holy name of Radhika Ramana descends and immediately appears amidst the kirtan of the Lord's devotees. Like a monsoon cloud, the holy name showers pure nectar into their ears. All the devotees, due to great ecstasy, enthusiastically dance to their heart's content. All the inhabitants of the universe become maddened upon entering this intoxicating shower of divine sweetness. Some people cry, some dance, and others become fully intoxicated within their minds. The five-faced Lord Shiva embraces Narada Muni, repeatedly makes loud screams of ecstatic joy, while Lord Brahma dances very ecstatically and exclaims, all of you chant, Haribo! Haribo! In supreme happiness, the thousand-faced Anantashesha sings and calls out. By the influence of the transcendental vibration of that name, the whole universe becomes ecstatically maddened, and everyone tastes and relishes the mellows of the holy name. The holy name of Krishna has fulfilled all my desires by thus manifesting on everyone's tongue. Bhakti Vinod, the humble servant of the Lord, therefore prays at the feet of Sri Rupa Goswami that the chanting of Harinam may always continue in this way. Nada Muni Bhajai Vina Ramana Name. Everybody. Ami Antara Varishe Kana Shavana Chudalekiya Bhakata Jana Sagane Nache Bariya Banaya Get ready. Come. Get ready. The best line's coming up. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Go Premanandi, Haribo. Okay, now, one thing that you'd like to improve in your life. Something practical. What improvement would you like to make this month? What month is it? What year are we in? What planet are we on? Okay. What improvement? Name one improvement that you'd like to practically make. Where's all the mics? We used to have about 50 of them in here.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Recently I'm hearing...
Okay, everyone, if you can hear me, raise your hand. If you can hear me, raise your hand. If you can hear me, say shh. Okay, go ahead.
This week I was hearing His Holiness Sachinand Maharaj's retreat. Maharaj is focusing, while some of the classes I was hearing, he's telling the disciples to do chant with bhakti in the japa session. I am literally trying to implement that chant with bhakti, but it's highly very impossible. Some mantras I'm hearing, some mantras I'm praying, some mantras I'm saying I'm your eternal servant, I forgot you, please Krishna. But what is that, how to do chant with bhakti? What is chant with bhakti means? How can I improve?
How can you improve your and chant with bhakti?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'd probably be one of the last people to ask that, to answer that question properly. But I often think of sincerity as our most valuable asset. Sometimes I think of it as an element, as if you could mine it somewhere and find it. And I look inside myself and try to find even one molecule of sincerity. And to me, sincerity manifests when I think to myself, I don't want anything else but this. I just want this. Krishna, I only want devotional service. That's the feeling I get when, on very rare occasions, when I'm able to mine that rarest of elements, and if I can get one molecule of it, then I feel that my life is productive and my chanting is productive. Thank you. So let's see, one thing you want to improve.
Maharaj, I want to become more disciplined and I want to focus more on reading Shastra.
That's two things, or is it one?
Well, both go hand in hand. So
how are you going to do it?
In my previous years, I was wasting a lot of time on useless things, which are absolutely not giving me any spiritual benefit. So I want to get back on track, especially reading Srimad Bhagavatam.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Pass the mic. One thing you'd like to improve, just by saying it, it'll bring it to your attention. Yes, please go ahead.
I actually want to share a productivity hack. So I recognized that I was spending a lot of time on my phone, where my screen time was up, and I was spending time on Instagram or LinkedIn, watching reels and stuff. So it originally started with 5 minutes habit, and then it grew upon me. But then I realized that I'm really productive when it comes to desktop or laptop. In my world, having a LinkedIn account or an Instagram account is a way to connect with my friends and network. So it's important. There is a merit to it. But when it is on my phone, that's where it causes a lot of distraction. So what I did is deleted all of these apps from my phone. There is no Twitter, no Instagram, no LinkedIn on my phone, but I do watch it on my desktop, because on desktop, the way these websites are constructed, they are not very productive on the desktop. So you don't scroll reels. I only reply very quickly, even on Instagram. So now my Instagram time is less than 5 minutes. I do get the benefit of connecting with my friends, but by deleting it from my phone, I'm really very productive. Same thing with my LinkedIn and everything else. So.
Okay, so next week for the Sunday program, we're going to have a little booth outside. And you can drop off your phone and someone will delete all your apps for you. Okay. So next, which devotional art have you seen here at ISV? Something that you thought was very beautifully done? Yeah? No, just one at a time. Go ahead. Yeah, well, garlands. Okay. You have to be more specific. And yes. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Coming to you next. One thing beautiful, something it touched your heart that you noticed that a devotee put their heart and soul into it.
Today, as I was taking darshan, I was awestruck with the attention to detail. The DT dress was white and green, and I saw for the first time white and green garlands, so beautifully made. I have seen the garlands before, but I was stunned when I saw it. I thought that was very beautiful. I thought this is the best use of our skills, and I could only imagine how much more beautiful in Goloka Vrindavan all these artists go back into the spiritual world and make it even more amazing, actually. So I was really grateful to all those DT.
Thank you. Did you know that the DTs are going to dress like that today? Stand up for a sec. Stand up. Does that look familiar? All right, there you go. Color coordinated. She just has a knack for doing things at the right time. Okay. You get the mic. And then we'll come to you, Raja.
So whenever there's like any festival, a few days before, so many devotees put their heart and soul to like making like beautiful decorations, like every single detail. It's just so beautiful.
Okay. You have one? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So recently Maha cleaning happened around like 2 weeks ago. So I just realized like everybody was working so hard, and me and Raja, we came to the temple and we were cleaning the effulgence of Krishna. And with Hansapriya Mataji's help, we were like throwing away which ones were donating which ones weren't good, keeping which ones were good. And like I just felt like it was so nice that I got to actually like clean and sort out Krishna's effulgence that like he's worn before and that he will wear.
Okay, now, one thing, yes, all the way to the back.
So when you stand in the line for prasadam, and there is a board with the menu written in it, and every time it looks so creative and the handwriting is so beautiful, I all the time tell to nearby devotees, now I got a chance to say that to everyone.
It's so thoughtful and so nicely done. Thank you for bringing that up. Oh, 2 more. This is too nice. 2 more. Yeah, Shastashar Prada.
So earlier, some of us were inside the kitchen cleaning while the Purusha.
Sadhu, sadhu. Haribo. Haribo.
While the Purusha Sukta was being recited, and when Priya was going over the intonations, I was thinking, like, it's nice that we're learning this for the Lord. In the cases that, and at the same time, I was feeling really bad for Tvashta because I was like, he mispronounced one half of one of those intonations and got the complete opposite. So pleasing the Lord is just a fail-safe way to go in terms like just sticking to bhakti generally. This is something I was reminded of.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, Shri.
I just feel a big difference in the kitchen now. I think I really don't know who leads the whole thing yet. I would love to know. I see lots of youth signed up every week, and things are so meticulous and so beautiful. I just wanted to commend the whole team and everybody who's behind it.
I'm going to ask Akshara Nitai. What's going on around here, Akshara Nitai? What happened? All of a sudden, this wave of the youthful devotees cleaning everything, cooking stuff, going on Sankirtan, doing Harinam. What is going on?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare
I
Krishna.
think it's all your inspiration and the time you spend here. But specifically for cleaning efforts, since you charged Sachinda Krishna Prabhu with the lead of task force, he's been kind of pushing us to make sure that we at least keep things going. And because of him, we started kind of pushing for that kitchen cleanup. And we were able to break up into teams, mirroring the cooking teams, with teams for each week of the month. And so because we have assigned roles, it kind of makes it easier to see who's going to be able to be there to clean, and what we can do to maybe assist on any particular week where there's less people. So with that, a lot of our youth have been joining in week 1, and it's been, I think from speaking from what I've seen, it's been transformative because they're just able to see what was been happening all these years, take part in it, and take charge. So thank you for all the devotees who are guiding us there.
Bhagavat Pran, we're noticing more transcendental vibration all over the Bay Area. What happened? What's going on? Something's happening.
Hare Krishna, yeah, we were really inspired by the monthly Harinam that's been going on for many years now, the Kirtan Oasis team. And we thought that if it happens every month, it can happen every week. So we put together a team, we started planning, looking for spots, getting permits, getting equipment. And yeah, we've been going out for the past 3 weeks, and devotee support and encouragement has been mind-blowing. So we're looking forward to keeping it going, keeping it strong. And like you mentioned earlier today in class, we have the right to never stop chanting the holy name. So that's just what we're trying
Full
to do.
permission. Well done. Yes.
I have a question. So, when you're chanting Hare Krishna, does it matter if you, at the end, it doesn't matter if you say Rama or Ram?
Does it matter? Well, everything matters. And there is a syllable at the end. So it's best to say Rama. But if on occasion you don't, then it's okay too. But it's preferable. According to Jayadvaita Swami's new guidelines on Kirtan. Okay? Nice question. Thank you. Why did you ask that question?
I was just interested.
Yeah, but when did you notice that sometimes somebody or yourself chants Rama and sometimes Ram? Where did you note it?
I don't know, I just thought.
Well, that's a nice thought. You're thinking about Rama. Thank you very much. Okay. So we're into the wee hours of the night, and Mukaravind has the last word.
One purport from Chaitanya Chaitamrit 17th chapter, Adi 17th, verse number 18. In the deity's room there must be a bed for the deity behind his throne. This system should immediately be introduced in all centers. And that it goes. And then after bracket, one day in the house of Srivas Thakur, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat down on the bed of Vishnu, and all the devotees worshipped him with the Vedic mantras of the Purush Sukta, beginning with Sahasra Sirisa Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. This Veda Shruti should also be introduced, if possible, for installation of deities. While bathing the deities, all the priests and devotees must chant this Purush Sukta and offer the appropriate paraphernalia for worshipping the deities, such as flowers, fruit, incense, arti, paraphernalia, etc.
Did I tell you lately how much I love you, Mukaravinda? We have Krishna. We've been introduced to the spiritual world by Srila Prabhupada and the great acharyas. It's wide open for us, available immediately and at all times. And in order to survive, in order to thrive, we have to have beauty in our life. Krishna's all attractive. And if we continually chant Hare Krishna and listen to Krishna's names, we'll hear the beauty and the sound of the name, and our attention will shift from the dead material energy to the spiritual world and to our loving relationship with the devotees and with Krishna. Therefore, dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Panchatattva, Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Lakshmi Nrsingadev, if you so desire, please empower us to chant Hare Krishna without stoppage, 24 hours a day, continually remembering the Maha Mantra, speaking it out loud or whenever possible within our minds, and every day giving full attention to chanting our sacred number of rounds of japa. Thank you for considering our request. And please empower us to distribute the holy name to everybody in the Bay Area so that everyone can rise above the gloomy material world and all the anxiety that's being produced by interaction with the lower modes of nature and with crazy, stupid people. Thank you for considering.